I first came to Crossroads. I was in a very, very low place of my life. I had given my heart to the Lord many years ago, but circumstances, events, and many things took toll on me. About 11 years ago, I met a wonderful coffee shop that I jumped into in Manteca, and someone there shared with me. I was asking, do you have any churches around here that I could look for? I was really at a place of hopelessness. And this young man said, oh yes, you got to go to Crossroads. And he told me all about it, and I could just tell that he was lit. He was on fire for the Lord. I was scared. I hadn't been in a church in a long time, and when I came in, I just thought, well, there's not any seats left. I'm just going to make my way up towards the front. And so I did, and oh my goodness, the Lord blessed me with this woman who sat beside me. She was so on fire for the Lord, and she just welcomed me, and like I'd been there forever. She gave me a huge hug, and I've never stopped coming since, and I rededicated my life to Him. I went to the very first Rooted class that came about, and whew, that was the beginning of my amazing journey with Him.
I had been raised in a church when I was young, but by the time I reached 18, I had kind of drifted away from God. I just questioned a lot about God. I questioned a lot prior to that too. And by the time I got drafted into the Army, I had reached a point when they asked on my dog tag what my religious preference was. I said no, I had no preference. I didn't care. But watching my wife, realizing that we were in hard times at times, the way we were living, the way things were, I had no real boundaries. I had bad boundaries about me. I started seeing the transformation for her, and I knew the time was for me to look at this like I had to have my own conviction. And so I said, all right, one day I just told her, I said, I'd like to come to church with you. And she kind of gave me that look like, this is good. And the church itself, the way the pastor speaks, it was something I needed to hear. It was something he was starting to talk to, with the questions I had. He was starting to go, I can handle this. I enjoy this. He's talking on a different personal level to me. I can start relating. But it wasn't until she started taking these classes, Rooted, and then she was beginning to host one. And I think I shocked her again. I said, I'd like to go to that. And she's like, oh, okay. So as I went into the Rooted class, I started to really understand what it meant to be a Christian and what I need to do. And I found that that's the transformation I'm going through now. It's something that I really enjoy, and I credit my wife a lot with being the inspiration to me, but then for letting me go on the journey myself. I'm Chip.
I'm Wanda,
and we're unstoppable.